Iran has sent its top diplomat, Mohammad-Javad Zarif, to Oman and Pakistan to discuss the crisis in Yemen. Zarif arrived in Muscat earlier on Wednesday and met with his Omani counterpart, Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah. The two talked about a range of regional issues, specifically the escalating situation in Yemen. They also discussed mutual relations as well as several other regional issues. Zarif is now in Islamabad, where he is expected to exchange views on Yemen. Iran has called on regional countries to find a diplomatic solution to Yemen's crisis. Tehran stresses that ending foreign intervention is necessary to stop the bloodshed in the country. Sha'ath, author and Middle East expert, joins us from Belfast to tell us more about this visit by Iran. So Sha'ath, Iran has taken the diplomatic path. Do you think there will be any signs of a success factor, especially when it comes to the his Omani counterpart, Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, maybe to have some kind of influence over Saudi Arabia?
I think the Omanis are the only country in the Gulf region who have some sense left in them. And there'll be great help, definitely. And Oman have a very wise kind of diplomacy, similar to the Iranian in a way. They're having the patience, and they try to build the bridges, not burn it. But if we notice as well the visits, which is Erdogan was in Tehran lately, and the Pakistanis were in touch with the Iranians, and the Iranians in touch with Pakistanis, which is, if we notice, Pakistan and Turkey were supposed to be part of the 10 coalition. Pakistan, of course, declared through its parliament speaker and other ministers and officials it won't be part of this coalition, since if we look at Pakistan army or population, have a 20% of the population Shia, and doesn't want to bring this sectarian war, which is Saudi Arabia caused in Yemen, to its own backyard or in its own country. So Pakistan is out of the picture. It won't be. And the same thing, if we notice, even Erdogan, who was cheeky and tried before his visit to accuse Iran of causing the trouble in Yemen, he has a lot to lose. There is 30 billion roughly of investment, economical investment in the trade between Iran and Turkey today. And within a couple of months after the broad agreement between the B+1 and Iran lifting the sanctions, that trade is seen to double, to go to 60. And whatever we think of Erdogan, Erdogan is a pragmatic politician. He needs to see economical gains to his country. That's why he will be ready to compromise. So Erdogan and Pakistan will be the tools Iran can use wisely to help Saudi Arabia out of the hole it's dug itself deep into Yemen. Since in Saudi Arabia there is some voices, I believe now, want to find through the Turkish, the Iranian, the Omani, and the Egyptians as well, to help them to build the bridges with Iran and to find a solution in Yemen. But there is the hawkish kind of ones like the defense minister, Mohammed bin Salman, and they are counting on some right-wing congressmen, American congressmen who's whispering in their ears, and Israelis who's whispering in their ears as well, and they want to use this opportunity to destroy the deal which is Iran reached with the B+1, the permanent 5+1. So there is a lot of things happening here, but the Saudis definitely, they're looking for a diplomatic hand. And let me say this, the Saudis went into attacking Yemen under the cover of reinstalling the legitimate president. First of all, we know the Hadi came to power in the GCSE agreement to resolve the trouble in Yemen, and was built in it for him to be there for 1 year. He stayed for nearly 3, and then he resigned when the Saudis, I believe, ordered him to resign. So he's not the legitimate president. And the last ones to talk about legitimacy and that of government Saudi Arabia. Is it legitimate government of Saudi Arabia and Saudi Arabia there? So I advise them to find help straight away to help them out of this deep hole.
Thank you very much for that. Sha'ath, author and Middle East expert there from Belfast.